Hey there, fellow shipbuilders, Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to Ostranauts Garrison. Episode 48, the final episode. Finishing the ship of Eric's dreams. Maybe I underestimated how much space this will take. Alright, for now I'm just going to move this bed out of the way. I'd like not to have it stack, but it's definitely pretty big. I'm just gonna drop it. Yeah, alright, it's embedded in the walls. Okay, so on the right side is a recreation room. On the left side is the galley and the wellness. So let's manage the wellness first. So that would be the treadmill. And weight bench. Oh, I also forgot to do the injection health thing. Where is the treadmill? Table, arcade, maybe in a bin? I don't see it. It's not in the bin. Where the hell did it go? I think it... Oh, let me visor it. How's that sound? Did it go outside? No. Well, fine. Let's do the galley. Let my character find it? Yeah, I could queue it up and build it. Oh, it's by the front door? Yeah, so it is. It's right there. It's like completely, perfectly in our airlock. And I hope there's no, like, door issues here. No, there isn't. Okay, so this is now a wellness room. Pretty sucky one, but one all the same. I'm gonna move this a little bit. Or try to. The galley requires way more chairs than I think is necessary, given that we are a crew of one, but who am I to judge? And I think the game is chunking a little bit because it doesn't like me being here at, like, K-Leg doing stuff. Bar stools would be less room? True. I can't cancel this. Drop. The blueprint here is like... Oh my god, K-Leg, what the hell? Do I have to save and load? Alright, maybe I do that. It is, absolutely granola chunky. That's what I'll name it. Yeah, I think bar stools probably still count as chairs. We can tinker with that, for sure. But I wanted to do the save and load anyway, because the game's performing like sludge. And then the last one is the rec room, where we'll get like the terminal TV bar top. I mean, basically we want to fill that room with as like much as we can. Because there will be a lot of downtime for Mr. Garrison here. Now that all his bills are paid off and he just wants to go straight hermit mode. We'll hit load. Wonder if it will work. Oh, there it goes. Ship's galley. Ashley Coad. It's funny to be building like a ship for one. It's such a different goal than like a ship with crew. In 2 weeks, I got my own ship and all the cool stuff. I deserve some downtime. True. That is true. It's pretty easy to do that quickly. What did I... Yeah, there's like a ghost... Okay. Orders... Cancel? I like how the idea that I was going to install a chair there made it impassable. It's like, what? Why? Yeah, I'll probably need bar stools. Truth be told, because wherever I'm gonna put the refrigerator here, there's just like not room. So we'll go with that potential theory. But let's set up the rec room. Jukebox. Bar table. Arcade. I know exactly what my character is going to be spending his time doing. It's like straight up playing the arcade, neglecting all other tasks. Terminal. Anything go on the dolly? No, just walls. Okay. TV. The rec room needs also a fridge. So grab the one from the reactor. I don't care, crash into me. Okay. Is that it? I haven't done the CO2 scrubber, but I can wait on that. The bunk, I haven't done. The other fridge I haven't done. I think what I'll do is I'll install the other fridge here, knowing that it's like gonna move, because in lieu of bar stools. The idea is, technically speaking, this should register as wellness, galley, recreation. So I want to check that that is indeed true. And then we'll also be in the right zone to get like a medical injection. Okay, so we got the new nano injections. And did I do the ship design correctly? And then we'll try for stools because the chairs are massive. Wellness, galley, recreation, Lux quarters, bathroom, bridge, closed, engineering room, towing room, reactor room. Yeah, that's a hell of a complete ship, if I do say so myself. And if we wanted to sell it, we added 500,000. It was 2.2 last I checked, so it's 2.7. From, honestly, not a lot of investment. It's pretty easy to jack up value. So we have a 3 million ship now. Let's go ahead and try to replace some of the chairs with bar stools. And, save on room. That's a good call. Because that galley was stupid. So... the other thing we don't have is we don't have, like, individual atmospherics for those other rooms. I actually do want a Mescaform sign. That sounds fun. Spacer stool. 1, 2, 3, 4. Anything else we're missing? I mean, I could do the contaminant Atmos scrubber, but I haven't ever done gigs on this run, and I don't really need to start. So that wouldn't really be necessary, given our... Oh, no, I said barter zone, you jerk. Fine. Just punish me. I'll move the stools one by one to the port, suffering the loading time. Actually, wouldn't mind having another bar stool here, too, where the table is. If it's a wee bit backwards. I don't know if you can install it correct. Like, you would need to leave space. But then you clip through the wall. Well, not that bad. That'll work. Alright, let's go get the stuff one by one. Because the game was like, ha ha. Nice to see the long-standing bug isn't fixed? Yes. I feel like if I checked the checkbox and then checked it off again, like toggling it, it would have been fine. But yeah, this is obviously a known issue. What's... Oh, whoops. No, I didn't mean to be a stripper. Oh, that's the net Mescaform sign. I don't know why I'm doing it this way. Just grab the dolly. My brain's not... I'm not fully up there today. Okay. Drop. Let's uninstall the other chairs. Put them in the barter zone so I can sell them if this works. I might leave one of them in. So it's like treating it like a big comfy chair. Wait, you can hold a stool like that? Oh, what the hell? My moron started dragging him around like it needed to be dragged. Didn't need to be dragged. What a drag. There, now it's a dunce... No, I'll fix that. That's just dumb. Refrigerator in the corner. I'll do it proper. I don't have anything in the refrigerators yet. I should move all of my Szechuan beef into them at some point. Yeah, I definitely did not know that you can just, like, stuff stools into your backpack. Interesting. Very interesting. I can't picture fitting 16 stools in one bag, but apparently you can. Obviously, they're folding stools. Yeah. They're like Mariashka stools or something. Nesting stools. So the idea here is we'll install all this stuff and then do another rating. And if the ratings report... I'm going to install this here as if Eric will ever have company. If the ratings report that it is still a galley and everything else, then we'll... we can go ahead and sell the 3 extra chairs. There, little neon sign there. I like it. So let's do another ship rating. And over to the Commerce District. And making sure that we still meet the requirements for all of the rooms we wanted. Now, the only other rooms that I haven't yet made is the passenger rooms, because God knows we're never going to need those. And the gas cargo and cargo room. They're not all that important to me. They also have, by far, the lowest value modifier. So, in making a valuable ship, they don't matter really at all. Yep. Galley's still a galley. Wellness still wellness. Bathroom is yep. Perfect. Pretty busy little ship. And as far as the sell value, it really hasn't changed at all since I last checked. But, that's pretty compressed. I know without a shadow of a doubt you could build all of these things in a tighter area. But I did it in a way that was like kind of organic and not min-maxed. And still pretty decent, I would say. Oh, yeah, so let's sell those extra chairs. I don't need them. There they are. Artmaster, thank you for the cheer. The extra, this bunk, I'll just like leave in the galley here. Now, if I'm trying to play smart, one thing I would do is to make sure I have spare floors and walls and conduit, because there's a very real possibility that you have a breach and you end up needing to patch that stuff. But I'm not going to worry about that. One thing I did want to do before I consider this wrapped up is to set up the CO2 scrubber as well. Because if we, role-playing wise, if we are assuming that Eric wants to not have to regularly return to K-Leg, he would need a way to scrub CO2. Ideally, I would have the CO2 scrubber... Actually, no, because if I installed it there, I wouldn't be able to get into bed. Ideally, I would want it in, like, the sleeping cockpit area. But I think I'll I might actually put it in my rec room. Just because there's space. Hey, D-Sam. Thank you for the resub. Not the emergency patches. You can do emergency patches too. They're quicker. That much is true. So the scrubber itself needs the ammo scrubber filter, which I think I had one. I thought I had one. Did I not? Maybe not. I had the can. So I have a switch here that I can get rid of. I'll just move this up front to remember that I can sell it. I don't really need it. I have trash that I could sell. Don't need that either. We have, I'll move the spare suit into the cockpit area. I know it doesn't have a CO2 filter or a, battery, probably. I haven't even checked. No, it doesn't. But, I don't, it's not a big deal. So do I really not have a CO2 filter anywhere? I really don't. All of the grav pens, considering I don't intend to do high G maneuvers, I think I'll part with. I've been holding on to them like I've been getting ready to go to Venus, but I really have never had a plan to go to Venus, so I'm not really sure why I stockpiled them up. It's honestly just a waste of space. And I'll finally plan accordingly. Because they're also pretty good money. So if you're wondering what they do, it allows you to survive higher G maneuvers. And if you ever want to go to somewhere like Venus, the easiest way to get to a place like Venus is to do a high G burn where you're like under active thrust to get to Venus. But in that means, you know, needing those grav pens to survive the burn. And I don't need to get to Venus, so I can get rid of them. Okay, so let's sell all that junk. The extra katana we can stick in the bin, so I have 2 katanas if I want to go crazy. At some point, I should probably put all the meat into the fridge. But whatever. So I think I do need a CO2 cartridge for that. I think I had the CO2 can, though. Where was it? Oh, yeah, it's right here. Let's pick this up. And install it. Here we go. Yeah, there's also rare compression pants to do something similar. And I've been checking the supply kiosk for those since day one. I, as far as I know, have never found them or been able to buy them. They've never been offered. So be it. Alright. Scrubber cartridge. Not to barter zone. And then EVA filter, aux bottle, not to barter zone. I have batteries. So that's a full spare suit setup that we'll have done. So the CO2 scrubber is really straightforward. You install the can in the can zone where it is. Then, interacting with the inventory of the CO2 scrubber, you install the scrubber cartridge, which is exactly like the suit scrubber cartridge, it's just bigger. So, that thing goes in the CO2 Atmos scrubber. As far as the control panel, auto's fine, and then hook it up to the CO2 alarm, and it will just scrub CO2 out of your Atmo. So We were at 0.13 or 1.4 before I installed this, and now we're about Earth levels, and it's going to go down to 0. Earth levels is like 0.05 or something. But yeah, the can is probably getting pressurized. Yeah, the can has 11. It has, you know, a little bit of CO2 in it now. So the scrubber is good. The scrubber is working. Nice. Let's make sure the spare EVA suit is swappable. Because I did technically have my life saved with that. Because I had the person with the tactical knife like stab my my suit off of me, and having a spare suit ready was my whole ship was pressurized too, so I was not in mortal danger. But it was nice to have a spare suit that I could throw on quickly. So now the spare suit is hooked up and ready to go. Spare Weber, spare everything. Okay, there's the last few things, so I want to get rid of all those grab pens, and then, given the time I have left on the clock, we'll do the goat stuff. For those that were interested. So yeah, the reason I didn't sell these pens is their contents. It's kind of like a epinephrine pen, like a EpiPen. The contents inside the pen are what matters. So selling the pens is not a good idea because, like, if you're trying to do a high G burn, these like trashed or worn pens work just fine. And they're expensive to buy. But because I don't intend to do anything like that, that's fine. Alright, let's go ahead and push away from K-Leg. Making sure that we've paid our bills. Yep, we're all squared up. And then do some goating. And Mike, thank you for the gifted subs. Come on. There we go. I did sell the ox pen too. I don't have osteoporosis or anything like that. My character's fine. Okay. Goat time. Quick save. Because my death count is technically 0. And I'd like to keep it that way. Do goat. Out of context, that's a little weird, but y'all know. If you know, you know. All right. So with all these goats parts, we bring them into our inventory, and we can inspect them and stuff. But then we can also install them. And if we install them, we build an altar, and we place goat pieces into a strange altar. Come on. Be done with this. There we go. And we assemble the goat. And apparently, just a lot of chunky blood everywhere on the ground. That's cool. And this is what I mean, where you can, like, inspect it and accidentally drink it pretty easily. But, no, I digress. So right-clicking on the goat. On the altar. Actually, let's inspect the unusual blood, too. Inspecting the blood, it's congealed, darker than usual, viscous texture. It's not of human origin, nor healthy. And it's slightly pulsing. Gross. So once you have the gold altar, and the gold altar is made with an eye 4 hooves, and 2 horns. You can kick off the goat quest line. And I'm going to spoil it for you guys because I'm about to literally do it. The goat quest line correlates to the strange meat that's all over ships. And all that meat that's on the ships is like a weird lab test gone wrong, where they were trying to create on Mars, they were trying to create a renewable source of meat and created like a semi-sentient goat murdering meat god thing. And if you don't like the meat spreading on the ships that you find, you can just race to disable it. Once you finish the goat altar, there's 3 potential outcomes, and whatever, as long as you survive the whole thing, all of the potential outcomes will result in meat no longer spreading actively. And there's ways to disable meat in game setup and stuff like that. So that's the long and short of the meat stuff. And let's kick this off. I'm trying to find an online guide. Basically, it's a bunch of like text menus, text choices, like a visual novel. And if you do it wrong, you die. So once you have the altar set up, you can investigate like crew quarters. So it triggers like a story mode, I guess. And yeah, I think I forget exactly how you start it. Do we bash it? Let me turn off this TV. Having like the text bleed through the wall is weird. Oh yeah, and in the news it has the perpetual food source. I think it actually might be that I haven't triggered enough of its I have the altar, but like not triggered enough dialogue choices. Because often what will happen is you have to like ask people about strange meat, but I haven't really done that because I don't talk to other people, which means the goat quest is like not completable until I've done that. Hack food company records. You hack the records of the Uber corporations seeking information about research in infinite food. Rumors about genetic food science experimentation. There still has to be more out there. Yeah. So perhaps I am not ready for this. I have actually, if I recall, asked about meat to the fence. But just for you guys' benefit, let me go back to K-Leg and do it again so that I can check this off the list. Because I'm right at the buzzer here. So this is, of course, like very out of character for Captain Garrison. You would never voluntarily talk to anyone, but it's for you guys' benefit, not for roleplay. Oh, docking denied. Yeah, okay. You don't always have to talk to me. There's a bunch of different ways to like trigger it, and I think just talking to other people's one such. If this becomes too annoying to sort of trigger, I can always just be like, hey, I did it in my last series. I was just hoping to avoid that cop-out for your benefit. But the long and short of it is there's a bunch of different contextual triggers. Inspecting the meat, inspecting the blood, talking to people about it, watching the news, going on the internet terminals, and all of these are like clues to what's going on. So let's talk to the fence, because in the slight role-playing of Eric, he would not introduce himself to someone new for this purpose. He would talk to someone he already knew. So, Naomi, I don't particularly care about you, but it keeps... No, I don't... Game, I'm not trying to interact with the books bay. So, discuss infinite food. You discuss with Naomi Chase infinite food, and she curses and makes a gesture to avert bad luck. Okay, how about strange blood? She stops before you finish. She renounces evidence of genetic modifications as diabolical, playing God. She really doesn't want to talk about this. Let's talk about hunger injustices. Tells me to back off. She needs space. Okay, change subject. And let's see. Maybe I'll talk to the bartender. I don't actually think she told me anything important, quest trigger wise. He's saying the same thing. What about unusual meat? He thinks they're demonic. Can I find anyone that like doesn't hate the idea? Let's try this guy. This shipbreaker. He tells a dark joke. Yawn in face. No, don't look at us. Go away. What about you, shipbreaker? Unusual meat? Sounds pretty gross and weird, but heard other people's debating similar topics. Oh, his name is also Eric. Natalia, what about, how do you feel? Fresh opinion? She says, who cares? What about strange blood? Devours every detail I'm willing to provide. She finds herself drawn to the idea of weird blood. And she's all of a sudden an acquaintance. That's fast. Okay, maybe that's enough. I think what I need to do is find like a TV terminal. I know I have one on my ship, but I'll just watch the news here. So, fatalities of a poison attack. I think I did. Well, I might not have inspected the eye. I definitely inspected horns and the or the hoofs. But if I need to get another eye to inspect the eye, like, that's just too annoying. So, let's see. I'm gonna go back to the effigy, or whatever it is. But I might just be like, hey, I built it. And it's the only company that Eric will ever keep. I guess hypothetically you could. So, the last spoiler about the 3 potential endings. So there's essentially just like a text story choice that you make. And I'm not going to spoil all the choices, but there's 3 different endings that you get for dealing with the altar. And I guess I'm going to scrap it. You get different rewards as a result. So one reward is a weapon, one reward is like a way to produce meat, and what is the last reward? I've never done the cultist path is like you won't suffocate from CO2 buildup. So yeah, that would I say is roughly the long and short of it. Sorry I didn't actually get it done. I needed to inspect more parts and talk to more people, and it kind of takes a while. And it's one of the 2 sort of like quest lines that the game has, and the other one is like mysterious murder quest line that is different than just like random dead bodies, the Black Hand murders. But what that I think is where I'm going to move off, and having accomplished all my goals, this is going to be the end of the series. So thank you so very much for tuning in. Thank you for tuning in to Ostranauts, which originally streamed live on Twitch. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you'd like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you'd like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhadamant.com has a link to it, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching. Special thank you to my Twitch subscribers, Patreon patrons, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow Ostranauts.